What's up guys, King in the North here, back with some more Cuphead. This episode, we'll be heading into the casino and taking on the boss gauntlet. I'm going to try to cover all of the bosses here. This way, if you happen to mess up your selection, you'll know how to take on each individual boss. For this, I am going to go with Smoke Bomb. Once we're in here, we will not be able to change this. I'm going to stick with the old trusty pea shooter and spread shot. Let's get started. Well, looky here. You actually pulled it off, but you've made me lose a bet. And for that, you ain't seeing the boss just yet. We're going to play a little game first. Here we have our first boss. It's 3 glasses of alcohol. The big guy shoots a shot up in the air, which will come down on you later. The martini glass shoots a olive, which you'll need to dodge. And the whiskey glass will spill alcohol out onto the bottom for you to jump over. The martini glass and big bottle left. This is probably the best way to go about this boss, is like leaving these two for the end here, because you only have to worry about things falling down from the top of you instead of obstacles coming out in front of you. This is the one of the few boss fights that gets easier as you complete it. Here's our second boss. It is a stack of poker chips. The best way to go about this boss is by, in my opinion, using your spread shot when the boss is standing on the side here, and then trying to avoid the jumps after he separates himself. Overall, this is probably one of the easier bosses in the Gauntlet. For our third boss, we have a Cigar. We'll be shooting fire at us. We'll also have cigarettes hanging out in the middle of the arena here. Occasionally, the Cigar will switch sides, in which you'll want to teleport to the other side. Use your EX abilities whenever you have them. Smoke Bomb is exceptionally helpful here because of the fact that you can now dodge through the cigarettes on the side of the screen. For our fourth boss, we have a Domino Chip. It's probably better to start out with the spread shot here and getting somewhat close to the boss, but also avoiding the spikes on the ground. Occasionally the boss will shoot out a miniature domino chip, which you can just wait to come up from behind you and jump backwards. With a little bit of patience, you will get this boss down. For our fifth fight, we have a rabbit in a hat. You'll want to use your charges as you get them here. As you see from that example, I wanted to show off that the skulls do follow you if you do move. If you have the smoke bomb, you can easily charge out of that shot. You'll want to find the heart and parry it when the symbols pop up at the top or bottom of the screen. I have a full EX charge here, so this will probably phase the boss almost. Guess not. And there is the knockout. Not a hard boss. For our 6th boss, we have a plain mission. You just have to shoot the horse here in front of us. You'll have to keep an eye out for blue jacket-wearing jockeys down below. Once they get right below you, you'll want to dash forward to avoid their attack. I would recommend using your EX ability whenever possible here. There's no sense in saving it. The hardest part about this fight is the trees that go in front of the camera, but with that, it's a pretty easy fight. For our 7th fight, we have the the roulette table. You'll have to parry these chips in order to get over top of her. They keep resetting. This is actually a good spot to have smoke screen. Saving up your max charge for your EX is probably the best option you have here to get efficient amount of damage in. For our 8th boss, we have the 8-ball here, arguably probably the easiest boss, as you're able to stay under it and use your spread shot. Occasionally you'll have to dodge a shot coming out of its mouth, and the chalk blocks here. Again, very easy boss. I wouldn't waste my EX shots on it. And for our 9th fight, we have the monkey here. In the background, there are cards. You have a brief amount of time to see what cards pop up. You'll have to match the cards and then do damage on the monkey here. If you do mess up your matches, the monkey moves around a little bit faster, but if you go into your quick movement here, you should be able to avoid the monkey without a problem. I would say the hardest part here is, without doubt, remembering what cards are where. I know this card is somewhere up here. And a lot of the cards are very similar to each other, to try and throw you off a little bit, but it does obviously get easier as you go along. And once all the cards are matched, you'll be able to damage the boss until he is finished. Very long fight, but one of the easier ones. After taking out the various bosses in the Gauntlet, you'll need to take on King Dai himself now. If you have a full charge, I recommend using it sooner rather than later. Switch to your spread shot and keep jumping up into the middle. You'll use the pink cards to parry over the ones running by. It's not as easy as you might think. Fortunately, I managed to hit all the hearts on the way to King Dai and was able to get some extra health. The time is accumulation of all the times you put in with all the bosses you did. And with King Dai down, we can go on and take on the devil himself. So for now, guys, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you all in the next episode, because a brawl is surely brewing. Peace.